I'll just fucking out him. Jim Carrey called me up last week. I talked to him for 5.5 hours. He's like begging me to like get a deal with Q. That's it. You're gonna die. If you ate, you're gonna die. You can't get over that. That's a death sentence.
So what's happening in our world right now? Because there is a lot of news that actually is relevant. That's not that
Here's
uplifting.
the thing. It's not our world.
None
That's
of this
the
is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
There's the good news.
If the person okayed it, I would a human. If you were at a very fancy restaurant and they were like a tiny piece of human meat.
No. I think the only way
You wouldn't try a tiny bite?
No.
Really?
Absolutely not.
He's acting and looking very different. Did the Illuminati finally get their loudest whistleblower and clone him, thus silencing him? This is like 2 conspiracy theories in one, so here's everything you need to know.
I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower.
Neil Armstrong guy. Have you seen him on the talk shows?
Neil Armstrong, you mean the first man to walk on the moon?
Talk about a fish story.
Yeah.
Man, and they're buying it.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, did the industry just clone Jim Carrey? After all these years of Jim exposing the industry for its alleged demonic ways, he suddenly disappeared and then randomly appeared again amid the Epstein saga, looking like a completely different person. Not only does he look visibly different and have a different eye color, but he also sounds different. On top of that, he now seems to be backtracking on everything he revealed earlier. Mind you, his name has been brought up a lot by people ever since the Epstein mess started. So the fact that he conveniently reappears after years, only to go back on everything he said before, definitely raises a lot of questions. And guess who is already claiming to have receipts that this new Jim Carrey is a clone? Kanye West. Now, in case you are somehow out of the loop on what's going on with Jim Carrey, speculation about him being cloned has exploded following his appearance at the 51st César Awards in Paris a few days ago. People were shocked to see his new look because it is nothing like the Jim Carrey we all know. From the color of his hair to the structure of his face, everything looks strangely different, almost like someone tried to create a replica of him but didn't get the features quite right. Because of this, conspiracy theorists are now saying that the original Jim Carrey was replaced, which could explain why he has been off the scene for so long. Mind you, in the Epstein emails that were released, there was reportedly an email discussing the idea of cloning people. In fact, another email even claimed that Biden died a long time ago and that the current Biden is just a replacement. I know, it sounds wild. People are now saying that during the time Jim was away, he might have been swapped out with a clone. I'm not going to lie, some years ago, if someone told me about these Hollywood conspiracy theories, I would have called them crazy and ignored them. But after the Epstein file seemed to confirm many suspicions people already had, it has become harder for some to simply dismiss these claims. Even Jim Carrey himself once tried to warn people about what he believed was happening behind the scenes, and he was called crazy at the time. Now that some of those claims are being discussed again, a new version of him suddenly appears, and people are questioning everything. Let's be real.
So people now think that Jim Carrey has been replaced with a clone after seeing this interview.
My favorite funny face is the one I'm wearing right now.
The face you're wearing right now?
What do you mean by that?
Now that's just one clip from this 2-minute interview, but I will say when you watch it with the idea of he's been replaced, there are moments in it where you're like, what do you mean by that?
I'm dead.
And here's the thing, he's in Paris receiving this honorary Caesar Award for basically his entire career and his impact on comedy and film. He's being honored for 50 plus years of his life. You could tell he's emotional, he's talking about his dad, it's sentimental, but we've never seen him like this, or at least I haven't. Anytime I've seen a clip of him, an interview, a movie, he's always like off the wall, this wacky personality. So you see him in this like sedated, calm manner and you're like, that's not Jim Carrey. And I don't believe in the clone conspiracies, but even when I'm watching this interview, I'm like, did this dude get lobotomized? Like, why is he so sedated right now? So while I say that I don't believe in the clone conspiracies, I'm not going to say that something isn't up with Jim Carrey because crazier things have been proven right.
Now, the thing is, the industry has allegedly been trying to silence Jim ever since he made those accusations about the Illuminati. I mean, we all remember that interview he did on Jimmy Kimmel Live, where he openly called out Jimmy Kimmel and suggested he was part of the Illuminati. During the interview, Jimmy looked like he was fighting for his life, trying to act confused and play it off. But Jim Carrey wasn't letting him off the hook and kept pushing the point.
Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
Oh, you don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue.
Oh, I like it.
For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know, when they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things and, you know, and you know, look at him trying to...
Not long after he made those remarks, Jim Carrey's girlfriend tragically passed away. And if you think that was shocking, wait until you hear what he said during his 2018 acceptance speech at the BAFTA Awards. Jim had already shown moments that people described as unusual, but this moment stood out even more. When he stepped onto the stage to accept his award, he made bold accusations, suggesting that powerful people in the room were involved in disturbing ritualistic practices. Naturally, many people dismissed his comments and labeled him as crazy, and several media outlets pushed that same narrative. However, looking back, some supporters believe he was trying to expose hidden truths, especially as discussions around the Jeffrey Epstein case and related documents began to surface.
Kidnapping children is not what great nations do. We in America are misinformed. Reality shows have warped our idea of what a hero is, or what the truth is.
Regarding why people are allegedly cloned, some claim it's because clones would be easier to control. Over the years, there have been rumors about celebrities such as Jamie Foxx, Gucci Mane, and Britney Spears supposedly being replaced by doubles. Because of these rumors, some people, including Kanye West, have even suggested that he himself might have been a target of something similar. According to these theories, the people who are allegedly replaced are often those who speak out against the industry. Supporters of this idea argue that this pattern is not a coincidence. Kanye once shared a message he said he received from Harley Pasternak. In the message, Pasternak allegedly wrote, "I'm going to help you in one of a couple of ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use curse words and everything discussed is based on fact and not on some crazy stuff a friend told you or something you saw in a tweet. The second option is that I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate you heavily and you go back to zombie land forever." People noticed that the message mentioned institutionalizing Kanye again. This refers to the time in 2016 when Kanye West was hospitalized for a mental health evaluation. Some conspiracy theorists later linked that incident to broader claims about the entertainment industry. They also pointed out that the situation involved Pasternak's home, which added to the speculation. Going back to Jim Carrey, many of the things he previously said about the industry started circulating online again once the cloning rumors began spreading. People started digging deeper to see if there was any connection between his past comments and other stories that have surfaced over the years. One example that often gets mentioned is a video that went viral years ago involving a model named Gabriela Rico. In the video, she was speaking Spanish while visibly distressed and emotional. The clip was later translated into English, and viewers said the claims she made were disturbing. According to people who shared the video, she described witnessing shocking behavior at a Hollywood party. In the footage, she appeared to be crying and asking for help after leaving the event. What made the story even more mysterious for many viewers is that, after the video circulated online, reports claimed that Gabriela Rico disappeared. The video reportedly surfaced around 2009, and some online discussions still mention the case today.
¡Comieron humanos! ¡Asquerosidad! ¡Comieron humanos! Yo no estaba enterada de nada. Que había, o sea, los asesinatos sí, pero que habían comido humanos. ¡Humanos! Fuera la carne humana. They make a hole in, and they tie string around, and then they put all around the body, but they're naked, and they got this tattoo on the private with like little piercings.
Okay.
Not like earrings, but like little gold piercings around their private.
Yeah.
And they all dance around with skulls on in the church there.
Okay.
So they have skulls, like the teachers and the staff, they got 20 skulls each.
And how do you know they've got 20 each?
Yes, because I counted one.
And let's not forget this creepy video of author Barbara Marx, where she appeared to slip up and confess to the same thing. After the clip started circulating, her team quickly tried to do damage control by claiming it was simply a slip of the tongue. However, many people weren't convinced. They argued that it didn't sound like a mistake at all. Instead, they suggested it sounded intentional. So watch the video for yourselves and decide, does it really sound like a slip-up?
By everything that we do, the babies we eat, the food we eat, the wars we fight, the babies we eat.
And then there was actress Roseanne Barr, who also openly accused certain celebrities of being involved in disturbing activities. With so many accusations being made over the years, some people argue that it becomes difficult to ignore the pattern. They point to the scandals surrounding Jeffrey Epstein and the events that reportedly took place on his private island as part of the reason these discussions keep resurfacing. Because of this, some believe that so many people making similar claims cannot simply be dismissed as coincidence. As they often say, everyone cannot be telling the exact same story without there being something behind it.
No, they eat babies. That is not bullshit. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full-on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full-on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh and they drink human blood. They do it. They say you can't wake people up that are pretending to be asleep, but I pray to God, please wake up even those who are pretending to be asleep with the irrefutable truth of what the worst people on this planet are really up to. They are really up to that. They're doing it. There are so many victims.
For years, there has been a long-standing conspiracy theory that Hollywood and the elites harvest the blood of young people and transfuse it in order to reverse age. And now the Epstein files might have revealed that that is in fact true. In this email to Jeffrey Epstein, it says, all you need is a blood transfusion from the pack and you reverse aging. This is where adrenochrome comes into play. It is a real chemical compound found in the blood when the body is in a fight or flight situation. And we know that the kids that were involved in Jeffrey Epstein's network were definitely put into fight or flight. And of course, we've seen Hollywood elites like Chrissy Teigen tweet about how they're going to a party where they're serving up 4-year-old cheese pizza with adrenochrome and, of course, the eye emoji. And according to the FBI code words, cheese stands for little girl and pizza stands for girl. Now back to the email. The subject is Dr. Agus, a professor of medicine and biomedical engineering at USC, pretty local to Hollywood. He is also the founding director and CEO of the Ellison Medical Institute. You know, the medical institute funded by Larry Ellison, the new owner of TikTok. And he's also hosted a Paramount show with big celebs like Ashton Kutcher and Oprah Winfrey. If you know, you know. And I think that Hollywood and the elites have been using predictive programming to get us used to this idea. Take Monsters, Inc., for example, where a bunch of monsters go into little kids' rooms to get them to scream, harvest those screams, and then provide energy for the city of monsters. Except in reality, the monsters are a little less cartoon-like.
One thing is certain, something seems seriously off with Jim Carrey. The version of Jim we see now looks and acts nothing like the Jim we've known for years. And if what Kanye West suggested is true, we can only begin to imagine how many other celebrities might have been cloned. Perhaps there is some truth to the rumors about Gucci Mane being cloned as well. As usual, people have shared their thoughts online. One person commented, wow, they've cloned so many, Kanye, Jim Carrey, Rihanna Grande, Britney Spears. Another pointed out that Jim Carrey never seemed concerned with facelifts or Botox, which they say is a red flag suggesting someone else might be impersonating him. Fans argue that Jim was always more than just a physical body, he was deeply connected to his higher self, and that makes it easier to spot when something feels off. Now, I want to hear your thoughts. What do you make of Kanye West stepping in and seemingly confirming the clone allegations? Do you really think Jim was cloned? Share your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to click here to watch another messy video related to this story.